Thank you everyone for joining us today on Purely Positive. Today, we have a purely positive person by the name of Sandy Cummins, who is the owner of Cora's Healing Rose. How are you doing today, Sandy?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I am doing quite well. Thank you for asking. I have to say that I've been to your website several times because I enjoy it. And I am absolutely amazed at what I read about the products. But more so than that, I am amazed at the testimonials that are given on the website. People are almost crying about what you're doing with their hair. Explain to me how it is that's happening.
Oh, goodness. I mean, well, there's a lot of issues going on in the community. I mean, they've had hair loss. They've been going to doctors, dermatologists, triologists, and just doing all, even their cosmetologists. They've been just doing so much and so, just going through a vast of things. And so when they get to me, I'm always their last stop. I said, well, I saw your sign. I saw your sign. I saw your advertisement. Or I saw you somewhere, and I was just like, could you help me? Could you help me? And so when that happens, they come with like that issue of, not really believing in it or thinking that I'm just like everybody else and stuff like that. But it definitely, when they get the product and they see the results that they've been looking for, they've been searching for, I think that's where the emotion comes in. That's where they're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this thing and I finally found you. You're my last resort. You're my last stop. And I was like, you know what? A lot of them tell me that your stuff didn't work. I wasn't going to try nothing else. I was just going, shave it all off, not do what I'm supposed to do. So I think that's where it comes in, where they're so emotional. I mean, because we get letters and everything. Like, it's just crazy. And I just love the fact that they want to express to me, because a lot of people, they take your stuff and thank you for the help. Right. You never see them again. But they actually reach out, because I do appreciate that. Like, it takes time to do that. It takes time to say, hey, go back and say, hey, thank you for helping me. Right. It takes time, and I've recovered people from nothing to something, or if they were just a little, just a little dry or something like that. And they're like, I just came back. I just want to tell you thank you for telling me something that actually helped me, because I get so much stuff that don't help me, and I think that's where it comes from, a lot of the emotion.
Okay. Now, I know, because I've spoken with you so much, I know that you have an extensive background. Tell our viewers about that, your academic background, and what it is that helps you have this knowledge to make this amazing product.
Oh, well, the knowledge comes from my mother. As far as my name is Sandy. On the products, my name is Cora. The name is Cora, and the Cora is my mother. She actually taught me how to mix and master these products. She was a cosmetologist in Charleston, and she saw that her clients were suffering from so much ailments, and she would send them to the doctors and dermatologists, send them out to get treated, and they would come back either worse or the same. And so she began to research and do more work, learning how, what's causing the problem, and actually trying to solve the problem. And so it was then that, of course, I grew up in the beauty shop and learning and, watching my mother counsel, but she sent me to school to be a biologist so that I could actually learn the inner workings of how the body is reacting to the hair. Because your diet and a lot of things, people are anemic and stuff like that, have a play into, some people just have, they say, well, I always have thin hair, or always had a real coarse, dry hair. And so, you do have a sebaceous gland for each strand. So, depending on your diet, it really depends on how that oil is being put out or not being put out. So, I definitely learned a lot about that. And so as I finished school, I went right back to the salon, and we began to mix and master and really come with combinations that would actually help the hair, and herbal combinations, not chemical. Because a lot of times the chemicals actually do more damage than good. I'm talking about regular stuff, So, just like on your products, things that you just put on your daily regimen for hair. People think they're doing moisture, You put out, if you have a product that has alcohol in it and they're talking about it's a preservative, it's not a preservative. You know what I mean? It's not a preservative at all. But it's drying out the hair. Right. There's a method of madness in the industry, and I'll take time to say this. You know, I'm an avid e-reader. I say that a lot. So, you know, I've been reading my cosmetology book. It was published between 1938 and 1991. Oh. I'm such a nerd. I'm reading the copyright section. Anyway, I know that's almost over a 60-year period. Right. And on page 48, if you have that type of book, you can look on page 48. And on page 48, it talks about shedding. Shedding is a great phenomenon for hair loss. It's one of the reasons for hair loss. And so it says in there that between 1938 and 1991, that there's only 50 to 80 shedding hairs a day. Now, that's not what we get today. This is 2017. You know, we have cure for all kinds of diseases. Right. Explain to me, how is it that, you know, if you go to your cosmetologist today, they'll tell you that, oh, you know, shedding your shedding hair should be about 150 to 250 strands a day. Right. That is asinine. And so when you read the book says 50 to 80 strands a day, and any other shedding is of an abnormality. And so I'm just thinking, like, I mean, this is just me being, you know, myself. And I say self, myself say, you know, 1938 to 1991, you're going from a place where people were doing absolutely nothing to their hair. Madam C.J. Walker came out. She wants you to put a hot iron rod on your head, burning it, flatten it out so we can blend in, being European, flatten it out so we can go to school, because in those times, you gotta remember, you know, we couldn't walk around with this. Right. You know, we get out of school. You know what I mean? Right. You know, so going through that time, then you go through the phase in the 60s and 70s where Afro was in. Then they said, well, we want to chemically do it. So this is the first era of chemical. So you know it was real strong. That first lie, it was real strong. Right. It still was only 50 to 80 strands. You know, you gotta remember now. Remember, Coke was produced in this time. They were putting cocaine in the Coke in your you're drinking cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that the first generation that was that was made in this time, that was probably the strongest form of it, was still only taking out 50 to 80 strands of hair? Now we're here. You know what I'm saying? Now we're here. It's 2017. You mean to tell me it's gotten worse? It hadn't gotten better? Right. They're doing something intentional. They're doing something on purpose to take out your hair. They don't want your hair to grow. They don't want it to get the nutrients that it does. You know why? Because you stop buying products. Right. If your hair is fine, you're not going to go to the store and buy products, stuff like that. You're not going to go and spend. So, like, you know, the prices are like, you know, $5, $6, you know. And so, and you say, oh, it's only $7. It's only $8. And then you go to the store, even more. Right. You know, oh, I'm just picking up this moisturizer. I'm picking up this moisturizer. Okay. Right. By the end of the month, you spent almost $50 to $60 on a product. You see what I'm saying? It's like a game that they're playing with people. Right. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Right. You know, it's, you know, and so they're playing this game with you. If I break the hair, if I damage the hair, you don't have sense enough to go researching and say, hey, this product isn't doing anything for me. And then you got to think about something too. You got the same product being made by one big manufacturer. You got different, I'm sorry, I said it incorrectly. You have different products being made by the same manufacturer. You see what I'm saying? And so he wants you to say, well, you know, example, well, Goody isn't working, so I'm going to choose Moody. Well, Moody isn't working, so I'm going to choose Sunny. Well, Sunny isn't working, so I'm going to choose Junie. You see what I'm saying? This is a game that they're playing with you because they want you to buy the products. You see what I'm saying? And then they'll add $1. So you say Goody don't work, so you're going to choose Moody. Well, Moody costs $11, and Goody was only $7. You see what I'm saying? You're getting out. You done paid $70, and you don't got your hair. Right. It's breaking. You know what I'm saying? You're backtracking. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I get tired. Like when I was growing up, we didn't use regular products. You know what I mean? Because they did not do it. They didn't do what it needed to be done. And that's why a lot of African American women have taken to making their own products, because whatever's in the market isn't doing what it needs to be done. I know I talked to a lady like I think 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah. She told me she put egg in her hair, mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want something that's going to help them recover, help them get to I just need some moisture, Jesus. You know, I just want something. You know what I mean? And you know, the result of, I don't even like raw eggs. The result of you putting raw eggs in your head, you know, they're not on that shelf. You know, if you're putting raw eggs in your head, nothing on that shelf that you can use that's helping you, that's getting you to the place that you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we do what we do, because we're saying, hey, this is a shelf product. Yes. You know, is it going to last forever? No. That's why you need to buy it now. You know, so that, you know what I'm saying? Because we put those nutrients, those vitamins and stuff in there so that your hair can actually absorb it, so that it can absorb it, it can heal, it can recover you, and it can also maintain that moisture and give you that flexibility and that elasticity that you need for your hair.
That's a good point. You know, so the fact that you have gone to school and you are a biologist as well as an herbalist, that means that you're attacking the root problem as much as you can from two sides.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Yes, I like that you said that. Yes. Okay. Definitely. Two sides of the spectrum. Because I want to get you from, because I know like a lot of the issues people have or is their diet. They may be anemic, et cetera, so they come in the world with low blood, thin blood, and so bad, low iron. And so those things do contribute to brittle hair. You know what I'm saying? Your hair is made from your blood. So if your blood doesn't have enough nutrients in it, then your hair has issues. Your skin, not your hair, but your scalp has issues in putting that hair out, pushing that healthy hair out. Okay. And so it gets thin, it's brittle. A lot of times it grows in, you kind of see through it. Anytime you can see through somebody's hair, it's because it's thin, it's not all, there and stuff like that. You know, you kind of tell, people notice it if you got like a full head of hair and then there's like, you got some breaking ends or whatever. But a lot of people don't see it if it's the whole head, because that person may be anemic, have that low iron, and so on and so forth. So definitely I attack it. I just pack it in there. I pack it in there with A, B, C, D, E, F. I pack all of those vitamins in my product just in case I encounter someone like that. And it's not going to hurt you because, again, it's an herbal product. So all that the herbs are going to do is just, give you even more strength, give you even more flexibility, and thicken that hair and strengthen up that cortex, that outer cortex, and that hair shaft even more. And so, that's why we make it the way we do, so that if we encounter someone like that, I kind of like to think of our product as like a kind of a one-stop shop. Whatever issue you have and whatever problem you're going through or whatever ailment it is, we can recover it. We can get it to where it needs to be. We can either regulate you or get you on a maximized scale.
All right. Now that's what I need to hear, because yours truly is on a lot of medicine, for my MS and everything. And so that is something that is very interesting to me. I told my mom, who was over earlier today, that I was going to be talking with you, and she just got so excited because she knows so many people who are losing their hair. And my mom is over 70 years old, and she still has a head full of curly hair, but she knows people who are younger than her who are losing their hair, and they are really concerned because they always look at her and they go, how do you get your hair like that? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
But she wants to tell them about this particular product. She's like, give me her information so that I can let them know, so that they can fix this problem that they have, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, cool, I got it, Mom. I got it. What would you say is your best seller?
It's definitely the follicle therapy cream, because it's just the easiest to apply. And the follicle therapy cream was designed for traction damage. So traction damage was traction damage. It's simply pulling of the hair, weaves, wigs, braid extensions, rubber bands, hair bonnets, hats, anything that you even some people actually pull it out their own hair. Yeah. But anything that is pulling the hair, causing strain on the hair. You got tightly done braids or whatever, and it's pulling. You kind of see those little tiny bumps or whatever. You take it out and loosen it because that's going to cause traction damage. Okay. And so follicle therapy cream is great for that. Brought back plenty of people's edges, and so they love it, and so a lot of people use it. Now, if you have chemical damage, then my number one selling product is definitely the Maximize Your Hair Kit because it has everything in there. You definitely need to detox your scalp when you are having chemical damage because the chemicals, and that is a chemical. What's a chemical? Anything that changes your cortex, anything that changes the view of your hair. So we're talking about color. I'm talking about your relaxers, and so also medicine creates deposits of chemical as well. It's not going to necessarily change the cortex. Sometimes it does. I know chemo patients, they say that their hair texture is actually a little bit straighter than before. So it does cause a change in the hair. However, it may be slight, so you might not realize it. But anyway, so medicine is definitely an issue of a thing for chemical. And so so the kit is definitely, the Maximize Your Hair Kit is definitely the one to use when a chemical is inside your body or on your scalp.
Now, I know from your website that your products are in, I think, a minimum of 3 states right now. If there is a salon that wants to carry your products, how would they go about doing that?
Oh, you simply go onto my website, www.coracealingroseofficial.com, and we have a tab there that it says wholesale, and you simply order the products from there. Okay. Very easy.
Very easy. Very easy. Now, I also know that you do things like the Black Expo and other things. So if I wanted to get in touch with you for a consultation to find out which product you think would be best for me, how would I go about doing that?
Oh, you can simply, you can email me at coracealingrose@yahoo.com, or you can give me a call, 843-302-9262 between the hours of 8 and 5, and I will answer. And you can also I also have a link that you can email me on from my website.
That's good. I want to thank you so much for being the purely positive person that you are, Sandy, and thank you for joining us today. I want to thank all of my viewers for joining us today, and I will be talking with you all soon.